about, and that's what something else I'd like to do, is get out more. You know, I'm really looking forward to the restrictions being lifted and just being able to go to the garden centre and maybe do some, you know, videos or something like that. You know, just getting out. I think everybody will be feeling the same.
Definitely. And we've got a Facebook page as well, so Focused Friends on Facebook. And you've done some great videos walking around because you live on a farm, and just in the lovely sunshine of last year's summer. So it'll be lovely to see that again and to do that. How was your Parkinson's in the cold weather?
Oh, dreadful. That you know, I've been mentioning for a while, haven't I? And the joints are really painful, and I'm just so stiff, and I'm putting it down to the coldness. I mean, in the mornings I'm pretty stiff anyway until I've had my medication, but it's during the day as well. It's just, and my joints really painful. Is that the same for you?
So what are you doing? Do you have any? Very much so, yeah. So last year, I think it was last year, I had for the first time really bad hand and wrist pain. Normally I get lots of pain in my body and my joints, but it was really quite painful. And I got these kind of woolly mittens that these are a bit damp. I just washed them actually, but so they slide all the way down your wrist, so you can wear them, but they're really about just keeping this area warm here. So the top of my hand and the wrist area gets really painful, and these are great because you can still type or do the things that you need to do. Your fingers are free, and it's less about pain in the fingers, but it's all here and it kind of radiates. So I recommend these if anybody can get them. Got these at a place called Snape Maltings here in Suffolk. But even make them, they're really they're great,
fantastic,
really good. Like an old man.
I could do some for my legs and my knees. Put them up like leg warmers. Gosh, can you remember leg warmers?
Just wear a big tight onesie.
Do that, just brought me back to leg warmers. 80s.
I need a headband, wristbands, leg warmers.
Those were the days.
Everything was fluorescent back in the day, though.
Wasn't it? Gosh, I had bright orange and yellow.
Yeah, we'd have had a green and yellow. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh God, children of the 80s.
And what made us think we looked good? I do not know.
I think we look fantastic. Closely followed by being new romantics as well. My God. Or mods, if maybe you're a mod, I don't know. Yeah. So the cold weather is tough, but you know, indoors all the time. The only thing for me, I suffer with asthma as well. So the central heating and the log fire, I've been having quite a lot of asthma trouble lately. So I think a lot of people by this time of year get to start suffering with their asthma after being indoors for such a long time.
Have you had asthma all your life?
I think probably since my early teens. Growing up in London, I was in quite a green part of London, but there was still a lot of pollution. But I've always had allergies. So I would have an asthmatic response as part of an allergic reaction to something. And then it just seemed to get worse. And then just when I moved to South London in the 90s, the pollution there was terrible, and it just got really bad. So every summer I would find myself having to go to the doctors and going on a nebulizer machine because I was mid asthma attack. Moved to Suffolk in 2007, and we moved into a thatched cottage, which was beautiful. But I didn't realize that the thatch was something I was also allergic to because there's so many tiny fibers and dust particles. So my asthma was just getting worse and worse. And I thought, goodness, I've come away from London. This should be feeling better. But it was getting worse. So had an allergy test and discovered I was allergic to quite a lot of things that the environment throws up. So we moved into a different type of property, and one before this one, but a more modern sort of property with no thatch. And from there on in, it gradually got better, and I was able to avoid a lot of the things I was allergic to. But with the worsening of Parkinson's as well, one of the things I get is dystonia. And I don't know if you get this, but do you ever get the kind of cramping around the rib cage?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, and it feels like your body's being kind of sucked in, and you can't breathe. So when you've got asthma as well, it's really confining.
Gosh, I can imagine. Yeah, it's very painful as well. Yeah, I didn't know what that was actually.
Yes. Oh my God.
I thought, sometimes it feels like things are moving. It's like something's popping around. It's just, oh God, dreadful. Absolutely dreadful.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. These are the bits that are really important. I had recently, again, it's because the muscle twitches, and in the rib cage you get this sort of like a movement, but it's actually the dystonia causing the muscle to kind of contract, and just very painful, very painful.
It really is. It really is. I feel like
we get all manner of things, don't we?
I think something's going to stop popping out.
Seems from Alien.